They're crap. 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 Mega crap. I'll give you $200 for all of them.
I'm gonna live forever, is what I used to say. But my faith has grown weaker.
Hi, I'm Terminally Online, and I'm going to make it everyone else's problem. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a cheat, but to be honest with you, after seeing what we got with this entire thing, I honestly don't care anymore. I want to get this quickly and done so I can move on to the other project that I want to do. The Lanterns trailers got shat out. So, yeah, that's a thing. I'm not going to do a reaction to it like I was going to do with Mando and Grogu, because for the same reasons, which were my heart and soul are avoiding it like toxic nose ring having militant fake activists. So instead, I'll just make my opinions into a video format and hopefully entertain somebody while I, move on. This is gonna be a quickie, so let's get into it. Personally, I have no hope for the show. No hate to the actors, just to the show, because I can already feel I'm gonna get heated by the end. Remember, the reason we had multiple Earth-based Green Lanterns is because the priors kept having to leave Earth and its quadrant, and it kept having problems while they were gone. So more and more Lanterns had to keep popping up to replace the others who have fucked off. If all three, in this case being Hal, John, and Guy, are here, then what's the freaking point? I know James Gunn seems to enjoy Guy Gardner above the others, but in this case he introduced Hal and John and put them on Earth while Guy is publicly already around. It's dumb because they're both experienced, meaning they don't have to be on Earth. It's dumber since both of them are clearly experienced in the trailer, but if we're gonna go with the whole thing of giving the other guy the ropes and what have you, then shouldn't they be on Oa? There I go, putting more effort and thought into this than the writers did. Again. They should be in space, and I don't care about trying to do a stripped down approach or a realistic take or whatever. These are space characters. They're supposed to be far away from Earth dealing with space stuff. Monsters, aliens, you get the gist. These are the last characters you can pull back on when it comes to spectacle. Now, I could look at this positively and lie to myself and say, well, people thought the Superman movie stills of Guy, Terrific, and Hawk Tour Girl looked pretty dumb and goofy. And the movie looked pretty dumb in terms of what we were getting in the trailer and shit, but that thing was profitable. Except I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that the Superman movie was basically a fart in the wind in the cultural landscape. People liked Terrific and company in spite of their costumes, and that thing barely made, as far as WB's hoping for, a decent profit. And claiming otherwise is serious cope.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard.
To be honest with you, I think this and Super Daddy Issues is gonna be it for James Gunn. At least this era for DC. I don't mind saying it, because good riddance to bad rubbish.
Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
I don't hate James Gunn as a person nor the cast. I know I have to say this because, well, the internet seems to be drama central these days. It's like keeping up with the plastics or the real mid-chicks of insert location here. Except these days, it's desperate streamers of Twitch and Kick. People these days are nuts. What I've heard about the show is it's gonna be set in on Earth as a detective story. And, if whether it's in the past or not, you still have two Green Lanterns who are clearly active. And the fact that it's not in space, you know what? This is how I know James is basically phoning it in. His mainstream fame is pretty much creating Space Scooby-Doo in space 3 times. But the one time in DC he has to make something that would be set in space, he chooses to put it on Earth while Supergirl is drunkenly stumbling her way through a space escort mission and makeshift feminist therapy session. Lovely. The other reasons why I would assume this is going to fall apart, pattern recognition. Let's run them down real quick. Creature Commandos, which was basically a long series of okays from the general audience that actually watched it. And then you got the multiverse retconning of the Peacemaker character, which only exists because James Gunn is like a child who refused to give up his toys, turned out to be just a series of what the fucks. Then we got Superman, which can best be described as, oh yeah, that did come out, didn't it? DC fans are just watching their entire fandom or franchise of the fandom just hobble its way to the finish line again in a whimper.
Let's go get some fresh air.
Yeah, it'd be good for my vocals.
Sorry, man.
I'm gonna tickle you again.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
So after the TV shows failed to get an audience and the movie got bogged down by the Snyder Bros and the comic fans beefing, as well as people who have general taste started beefing with the Snyder Bros, add on unnecessary political BS from the mainstream, and Superman only managed to shit out some middling success with some decent word of mouth. Only for the Supergirl trailer to gay boss itself way too close to the sun that made Icarus marvel at the super speed unaliving. The trailer and marketing annoyed everybody out of giving a crap. The comic book fans who were gonna give a crap about Supergirl got annoyed and walked away the moment they saw Tom King's name. And now we have this. Brown and green supersuit in a closet for a character that can summon his costume at will, and his entire powers are based on willpower. So the fans are confused. People who are expecting to see Green Lantern are just wondering why I'm watching two guys drive around in a car all day. And how is this supposed to get anybody hyped? I see shills going out of their way to be hyped, but good lord, man, this is just embarrassing. What is this? You know what, Paramount? Drop him. You'd be doing us all entirely a favor. I mean, seriously, if James really doesn't like the majority of DC headliners, which is the vibe I'm getting, and to be fair, I've heard some stuff about him trashing DC a long time ago, so I'm just gonna say it like this. Dude, if you don't like it, don't headline it. Don't lead it. I mean, seriously, it's just...
Reporting live for Black TV. White folks are dead. We're getting the fuck out of here. Let's roll, damn it. Come on, back. Let's go, motherfucker.
So, you just announced a Green Lantern show. It's called Lanterns because we all agreed that the green was stupid. So,
right.
So now it's just Lanterns.
Since James doesn't want to put common sense and effort into the shit show, then I'm not gonna either. To anybody else who's gonna do anything remotely linked to superheroes or comic book stuff, regardless of the medium, when it comes to superheroes, I have to say this. Stop trying to remix DC when we just want the original versions of them. Stop trying to edge Batman. Stop trying to cuck Superman. Stop trying to virtue signal for godlike characters. Stop trying to do all of these things and just tell us an honest-to-God hero story. DC deserves better. The Green Lanterns deserve better. They should be in space and be space cops. If you're scared of CGI, then don't rely on it. Use practical effects and make quality products. Joker 2 was a slap in the face of the fans, and this is the follow-up kick in the balls. Fuck this, and fuck what's left of WB and the entertainment industry that's milking people's childhoods, and fuck them for eyeing anime and manga to do the same thing. I hope One Piece Season 2 fails so tourists can fuck the hell off. Like and subscribe, and I'll try not to crash out in the next one. Bite me and good night. Later, taters.